Hey, family, and welcome back to yet another episode of Oh to Behold with your girl, Camille Young. Glad you are here on today. To my Holy Rollers, hello, Holy Rollers. I love you, my faithful subscribers who tune in weekly to watch the Oh to Behold channel. All right, and if you're a new viewer, welcome. Welcome to Oh to Behold. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And everybody, like, share, and comment. All right, down in that comment section. All right, be sure to do that. And also, be sure to get your book, okay? Books are yet selling. Sold some books this past weekend. The name of the book is Oh to Behold, The Power of Self-Love and Walking in Your God-Given Purpose. You can get that book today at ohtobehold.com. Yes. All right, before we get into today's topic, let me just say, LTY, the Lenny Thomas Young Women's Retreat, information will be down in the description. You still have a couple of days, well, actually one more day to get the early bird price so you can get a free t-shirt when we have our retreat in October. It's an overnight retreat, October 6th and 7th. All right, so you can still get in to get that free t-shirt and that early bird price if you register by Friday, March the 3rd. Okay, Friday, March the 3rd. All right. So look at that. We would love to have you there this year, October the 6th and 7th. All right. So let's get into today's topic. I don't think I'm going to be here long today because this is going to be, I'm a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, on this one. Because it's hot off the press, really. It's really hot off the press for me. I just got a question for you. What are you doing? What are you doing when you think about your life? Your daily routine, your daily schedule. I ask you, what are you doing? Are you wasting time? Or are you being intentional with how you're spending your time? I found that the more free time I have, the more time I tend to waste. So I try to make sure that I'm intentional now about how I spend my time. I have my calendar. I have my schedule, because it helps me to figure out what I need to do for that day. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in having Camille time too. I do. And it's good to have time to rest up or whatever. But when you're using too much time on social media, when you're using too much time talking on the phone, doing things that don't really matter, that's not really going to push you forward in your life, you're wasting time. I ask you again, what are you doing with your time? That is something that is a commodity that we cannot get back. Time is one of those things that cannot be regenerated. Yes, the scriptures talk about God can redeem your time and give you back what the locust worm and all of that. Yes, he can do that. But at the end of the day, we only got 24 hours in a day. All right. And most of that time is spent for those of us who work in the marketplace, meaning we go out to work. We have to be at a job location. A lot of that time is spent at work. All right. But I want us to begin to think about, how am I being intentional with my time? Not only how am I being intentional with my time, but how do I have the perspective and the mindset of only what I do for Christ will last? Are you making a difference in the world? Are you making your mark in people's lives? Are you having an impact on people's lives? I spoke of it on the last video about being an asset versus being a liability. Today is similar to what I talked about last week, but today I want to talk about, are you storing up treasures in heaven, or are you work? That's all you want to do is work. Is that it? Okay. Or are you every quiet moment that you may have, it's on social media? Guys, we cannot allow ourselves to get so indulged. Okay, we cannot overindulge in social media. Social media itself is not a bad thing. It's not, but people who are constantly on it, watching other people's lives, or you constantly posting about yourself and pictures of yourself and all of that, y'all, that's a problem. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. You might not like it. Okay, but it's a problem when that is all you're doing. You're scrolling on all of these social media sites when you could be using that time to create. You could be using that time to read and develop yourself and grow yourself. You could use that time to figure out what you need to be doing to heal from your trauma, healing from things that have happened to you. You could be using that time to work out, to build your physical life, your physical wellness, okay? You could be using that time spending it with your family, okay? Because I think I heard a story, but I heard a story that a preacher shared once before. You know, there was a man, millionaire, had all of this money. It might have been billionaire, but had all of this money, but he was laid up sick in the bed. And what did he ask for? No, he didn't ask for more work. No, he didn't ask for his money, but he asked to be with his family because he recognized that he was on his deathbed and he was sick. And he probably realized that all the money in the world could not bring his health back. But he wanted more time with his family. And I may not be telling that story all the way right, you know, in its completeness. But the moral of it is what I'm saying is he wanted to spend time with his family because there was nothing that all the money in the world could do for him at that time. And he recognized that his time was passing him by and he was about to make his transition and he wanted to spend those last hours with his family. I ask you, why wait until you're on your deathbed to want to spend time with your family or with your loved ones when you could have been doing that, making time for that in your regular life, being intentional. What did I just say? Intentional about your time, okay? And then thinking about, I talk about, this is one of the chapters in my book, having the eternal perspective. You know, we gon' all leave here one way or another unless Jesus breaks the cloud and comes back and raptures us back. But we're going to leave here. And you're going to be held accountable for how you spent your time. You're also going to be held accountable about what you did for Christ. What did you do to impact the lives of others? What mark are you leaving on this earth for people to know that Camille Young was here? That you were here, that you were on this earth, and people will deeply miss you. Not just your family will miss you, but the lives in which you have imparted life into, that you have supported and that you have uplifted, that you have encouraged, that you have been there for, that you have brought to Christ. Look, they gonna miss you too. A whole world of people will miss you, okay, because of how you have impacted their life. I ask you again, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Are you being intentional with your life? Yes, I'm speaking passionately about it because the older I get, day by day, I recognize that we only got a little time here. The Bible talks about life being a vapor. We just got a little time here. But I want to make sure that I am using and being intentional with my time, impacting lives, making sure I am growing the ministry that God has blessed me with. Okay? And I hope, and I'm challenging you to do the same, to be purposeful, to be impactful, to be intentional with your life. Because I say it again, only what you do for Christ will last. And meaning will last, meaning will go into eternity, will live beyond this life, okay? Will live beyond your life here on this earth. All right, I just hope, you know, this was a blessing to you because as I continue to, as I said before, as I continue to think about life and how it's gone, it's here today, gone today, that I want to make sure I'm on the right road and doing what I'm supposed to do with my time and not being wasteful with my time. Okay, let that be your takeaway on today. Don't be wasteful with your time, okay? So what are you doing? Think about it today, all right? What are you doing? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I hope that you were blessed by what was said on today. Be sure to like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Order your book today at otobehold.com. All right. I love you guys. And until next time, God bless.